Hello to everyone, I've missed you so much honestly, and today I'm ready to show you the best games for this week. You'll see here everything: races, terrorists and dinosaurs. Make yourself comfortable, we start. In front of us there is a game about tanks. Tank create online multiplayer, but we will control it not on the familiar arenas. We go to the space, and there we'll see futuristic tanks and excellent battles, but first things first. The choice of fighting machines here is big. Of course, not everything is available at once, but believe me, you'll find something interesting here. You can choose an appropriate tank with good characteristics for yourself and further upgrade it with such pleasant things as shields, bombs, rockets and so on. And it will be very useful for you because here we battle in real time with the opponents. 5 players and 5 minutes. The battle is divided into 2 parts. At the very beginning, during 3 minutes, we collect improvements and bonuses, and for the rest 2 minutes you should kill as many tanks as you can. Everything takes place on 7 different galactic arenas. You can observe your achievements at the leaderboards and compare it with enemies once. You can choose your country and any other also. On the whole, everything is rather lively and cheerfully. Futuristic tanks are very interesting machines, and you can battle here online with players all around the world. It is a beauty, isn't it? Mayhem PvP Arena Shooter is a shooter which transfers us in some dangerous catacombs with deathful traps and mechanisms. Here you have to undertake a role of some fighters which should survive in this dangerous world. But you won't be alone here. From the opposite side you'll meet enemies. Your task is to destroy their base faster with minimal casualties. Therefore you should be careful and discreet. At the very beginning you will be taught how to fight and how to use your skills. The game offers us 12 heroes which possess their unique style of fight and weapon. I should say, weapon here is powerful and destructive, super bow, rockets and many other things. Further, it is possible to improve it as well as your skills. As you may guess, the game proposes a battle 2 against 2. In the process of fighting, you can switch heroes. By the way, each hero has many lives, but if your base will be destroyed, your game is over. It is rather nice and interesting game. You can try it for sure. Our next game offers us rather difficult routes, I should say. King of Bikes. I suppose you understand that in this game you have to control a bike. Actually, we want to take a role of some brutal fellow, and our task is to overcome all loopholes and to stay alive. We will travel throughout various fantastic locations, but each route will be hard because of a great number of barriers, rotating mechanisms and pendulums from which it is necessary to turn aside, and even dragons. Along with it, controlling here is also rather complicated because you have not only to drive it but also to balance in order to stay alive. In the game process, the hero will be able to perform tricks, but it will be later. There are 9 bikes with different characteristics and 15 levels. Of course, it seems not enough, but believe me, you have to do all your best to overcome it. Dino World Car Racing. This race suggests us to control buggy not in the future as usually, but in the past, because here you'll see huge dinosaurs. Yes, I mean it. And these enemies will interfere you on the way to finish. To tell the truth, I thought that they will be more cruel and dangerous, but in fact you have just to bypass them. There are 5 players. Each race will be different according to the level. There are 5 of them. For example, at the very beginning you should just finish the 5th and to pass only 1 circle, and then each task will be more complicated. Controlling here is familiar for everyone, but except of gas and brake pedal, the player should incline his device in order to turn. Also, it is possible to use acceleration. Buggy can be changed, but unfortunately there are only 5 types of them. To sum it up, I can say that of course, you've seen more interesting games with better graphics, but there are some games which can just help to kill time. So this variant. If developers will add more levels and make dinosaurs more dangerous, so this project can be more interesting for sure. Yes, this sniper shooter should be in this top for sure. Let me tell you about it. The game transfers us into a not very happy future where terrorists get out of line and arrange occupations of the whole states. Of course, powerful authorities just can't keep watching it. They have only one way to win in this battle. They have special forces, a special group of fighters who are trained at the top level and ready to destroy the opponent. At the head of group, the first-class sniper, and as you can guess, you will undertake this role. You have to issue orders to control all operations and missions, to develop and use different combinations and fighters in order to perform the task fast and effective. You will open soldiers which can fulfill tasks, and then it is possible to teach them and equip with various weapons. Also, it is available to battle in PvP mode, and it is nice. So here you can use all your skills and attentions to win. Gun War, SWAT terrorist strike, one more terrorist in fightings, but with a very simple plot. The thing is that some dangerous virus has extended again all over the world, and terrorists decided to use this poignant situation. But there is one special group, as usually, which consists of cool soldiers, and only they can solve these problems. To tell the truth, the game doesn't have any new features, but it can boast by its variety and wide opportunities. First of all, in the game there are many missions, about 120, so you understand that there are too many things to do. Besides, we can equip our soldiers first class, and there are 80 types of weapons. The game process is very interesting, enemies are terrible, bosses are also here. There are some modes of the game. We can hire soldiers, learn them, and prepare a strong team. We show all their best in battles. As I said, there are many things to do, so I recommend it for sure. And now we'll speak about the game with legendary name, Ragnarok Spear of Odin, an optimized adaptation of the well-known MMORPG Ragnarok Online. I should say at the very beginning that it is not that game, but still project is pretty curious. Let's look at it closer. Our task is usual. We have to travel with our hero around different locations, which are very dangerous, with various monsters and evil creatures which want to kill you. But our hero is also not a bad guy and can fight with different fighting abilities and magic. In the game there are several classes of heroes, and we can improve them to 200 level. I mean it. In general, everything is familiar for each genre. We upgrade our hero, search for new weapon, prepare herbs for treatment, and kill enemies with huge bosses. The game offers PvP and PvE modes, so it will be interesting to play with various players. So I also can recommend this game. You can find out the link under the video. My friends, this is it for today. To tell the truth, that week was not very successful speaking about interesting games, but we believe that this week will bring us more awesome projects.